Live from Studio 2A in Pix Plaza, this is the Pix 11 Morning News with Sukanya Krishnan and Scott Stanford.
All right, ahead at 6 a.m. this morning, a teenager is fighting for his life after being shot by a police officer in the Bronx.
And a gold Christmas ornament from the president-elect. You're not going to guess how much his team is selling this for.
But first, we start with a live look at the 90th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Parade route. It kicks off in just a few hours. People are already saving their spots out there as the floats are getting ready to parade around the city. I love looking at those. I could watch that live video all day.
Very cool, man.
Good morning, and thanks so much for joining us right here on the Pix 11 Morning News. It is 6 o'clock. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Kalarama.
And I'm Craig Treadway. It's a big day in Manhattan. Of course, we got the parade going on, and you guys now have me psyched about dessert. You're making chocolate trifle, and your daughter's making snickerdoodles?
She did. She did them all by herself. I was so proud of her.
My hips are expanding just thinking about all that stuff right now.
But that's what Thanksgiving's all about, you know?
Really
just the gluttony of the day, right?
Yeah, just having that day.
And then the shopping of the next day.
Yes, that's how you work off the calories.
Yes.
You know,
It'll
you
be a
get out
good day
there.
for a nap after. Right?
That's
Otherwise, I mean, you know.
It's a good nap day. It's a great day. You can do your online shopping. There you go, Craig Treadway.
I'm always thinking.
He's always thinking out there. All right, as far as a parade, if you are going to the parade for today, you're definitely going to want to bundle up a bit. We have temperatures below normal, and we do have some gray skies to deal with as well. So not the sunshine that's going to be peeking through those clouds, not at all. It's going to be a gray day. And then temperature-wise, it's going to be pretty cool out there. So you see by 9 o'clock in the morning, 41 degrees. By noontime, 45 degrees. And we do have some light showers that you might have to deal with as well. Just some light sprinkles, not a heavy downpour at all to deal with. And as far as your winds, you are fine as well. So those balloons will fly for today. Temperatures, like we said, cool start, 40 degrees for the city. We have Sussex, look at that, dropped a degree, down to 31 right now. Islip over at 39 degrees, Bridgeport 37, and Newburgh right now at the freezing mark at 32 degrees. Wind speeds, not an issue. You can see 7 miles per hour for Newark. New York City is calm right now. We have Hunts Point at 7, Teterboro 3 miles per hour. Around the area, calm over in Belmar, Islip, northeast wind at 5 miles per hour. So winds, again, not an issue for today. Satellite radar what we do have an issue with is the clouds for today, and that you can see right here from our satellite radar picture. Cloudy day. We do have some light sprinkles to deal with. Front making its way through, so that'll bring us some light sprinkles for later on this afternoon and tomorrow too as well. 9 o'clock this morning, 41. By your afternoon time, 49 degrees, and by your evening time, 47 degrees. All right, let's get to your roadways and show you how things are shaping up, and for Marissa Torres as well. Right now, we want to get to your roads. Right now, pretty quiet out there. Not much of an issue. You can see from the Lincoln Tunnel, which is a pretty smooth ride right around the helix. Looking pretty good out there in both directions for the Lincoln Tunnel right now if you're making your way into or out of the city. And right now, Bell Parkway by JFK. If you're headed over to the airport, no issues for you as well. Cars moving along just fine. No issues. Pretty quiet out there for this Thanksgiving holiday. And finally, the Southern State Parkway, no issues right by the Wonton. You can see, whoop, there goes one car. No problems for you there. So a smooth ride this morning. We'll keep you updated on anything as well as a transit. We'll have a check on that coming up in just a bit. Alternate side of the street parking rules are suspended for today, and you don't have to feed the meters as well. We'll have more in just a bit. Now back to you guys.
Lisa, thank you. This year, the balloons in this year's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade were already inflated yesterday on the Upper West Side. It was an all-day project. They've been hanging out ever since, all night long. This morning, we're getting to see them in action. Pix 11's Anthony DiLorenzo joins us live from the start of the parade route. Anthony, good morning. It looks amazing out there.
Yes, good morning. The parade, the floats all lined up, the balloons blown up, and look, this is one of the newest floats this year. This is the Peanuts float. We got Snoopy's house there, and of course, the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Everyone I know in my household itching to put up their own Christmas tree. The balloons were blown up last night. 250,000 people rather came here to see this annual tradition here on the Upper West Side. And just 3 hours from now, the parade of big balloons will go down the Upper West Side all the way down to Herald Square. And this is something they've been preparing for the entire year. Good morning. Holly Thomas from Macy's joining us this morning. What is new this year that people haven't seen yet?
Well, this is actually our 90th march of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, so we're expecting it to be a really big celebration. We have 3 new giant balloons. So we have Charlie Brown, the lovable blockhead, will be joining our lineup this year. We have a great new balloon with trolls, including the sparkly Guy Diamond. And we also have a new diary Diary of the Wimpy Kid, Greg Heffley, and this year he is in full color. So he was black and white before, but you'll see him bright and colorful in the sky today.
And Felix the Cat, something that we saw in the very first parade, making his return.
That's right. He was our first balloon in 1927. He walked down the parade route on stilts and strings, and so we will be replicating that this year. It's going to be terrific.
And all the balloon handlers, this is something that they really train for all year round, and the wind is something that sometimes they have to contend with. I don't think that's going to be a problem today.
No, I think we're going to see high-flying balloons. We have great weather. The wind is very light, and we're excited to see all the balloons up high in the sky.
And for anyone who hasn't been to this parade before, something new this year is the app, and they can kind of feel part of this parade too, right? If you download that?
Absolutely. We have a 360 experience, so you can watch on various elements of or various parts along the parade route. You can get a 360 view by going online and watching there.
That's amazing. Interactive for all ages here this morning. Thanks, Holly Thomas from Macy's, for joining us here. Again, the parade steps off at 9 o'clock this morning. A lot to look forward to. We are excited. The unofficial kickoff to the holiday season, or is it the official? I think Macy's likes to say the official. Once Santa Claus rolls into Herald Square, it's the holiday season. A very good time to be here in New York. We hope everyone comes down and enjoys this morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Reporting live on the Upper West Side, I'm Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11 News. Back to you guys.
Anthony, happy Thanksgiving to you, the most magical time of year. All right, thankfully, everyone is going to be okay after an overnight house fire in Queens. It happened on 90th Street in Woodhaven around 2 this morning. The flames tore through the second floor and third floors of a 3-story house. No one living inside was hurt, but 3 firefighters did suffer some minor injuries. They were treated on scene. The fire is under control. However, they're still working out a cause on what happened here.
Yeah, the other story we're following this morning, a teenager fighting for his life in the hospital after being shot by police in the Bronx. This happened in the Longwood section last night. The 19-year-old suspect's girlfriend says she was assaulted. And when officers approached the teen inside an apartment, he was armed with a 12-inch kitchen knife. Police say they repeatedly asked him to drop it. He didn't. An officer used pepper spray, and when that didn't work, another officer shot him. He's currently in critical condition at Lincoln Hospital.
Well, a man is recovering this morning after an e-cigarette exploded in his pocket at Grand Central Station. Take a look at the surveillance video here. He was working at the Central Cellars wine shop, and boom, look at those sparks flying out of his pocket. Then smoke filled the area. The employee burned his hand and his leg. Store owners say that he went into surgery. He will be okay, but guess what? He's going to be out of work for a month. This is a problem that we've seen more and more in recent months. It is so bad that even e-cigarettes are banned from checked airline luggage.
One of 2 men charged in connection with the murder of a Connecticut man is out of jail this morning. 28-year-old Larry DeLeon was released yesterday on $300,000 bail. DeLeon and James Rackover were arrested last week after Joey Comunale's body was found in a shallow grave in New Jersey. Police say Comunale had been stabbed to death in an Upper East Side apartment. The men are charged with concealment of a human body, hindering prosecution, and tampering with evidence. They both deny any wrongdoing.
We have a heartbreaking update to the horrible bus crash in Tennessee. A 6th child has died. An 8-year-old boy died from his injuries last night. 6 children remain hospitalized. 37 children were on the bus when it crashed into a mailbox, a utility pole, and then slammed into a tree in Chattanooga. On Monday, the bus driver has been charged with vehicular homicide and reckless driving. Police say tests show no drugs or alcohol were found in his system. However, investigators are looking into whether sleep deprivation was a factor.
Well, on this Thanksgiving, President-elect Donald Trump is calling on the nation to heal in a holiday video message released yesterday. Take a look.
We've just finished a long and bruising political campaign. Emotions are raw and tensions just don't heal overnight. It doesn't go quickly, unfortunately. It's time to restore the bonds of trust between citizens. Because when America is unified, there is nothing beyond our reach, and I mean absolutely nothing.
Well, Trump is spending Thanksgiving at his estate in his Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach. He'll be back in New York this weekend to get back to selecting his cabinet members.
All right, speaking of Donald Trump, if you have a friend that likes trucker hats, gold, and the Donald, we have the perfect gift idea. Take a look. It's the Make America Great Again Christmas ornament. You can see the iconic hat finished with 14-karat gold. The collectible item is $149.
Of course it is.
Trump's team sent an email to campaign subscribers promoting the flashy decoration. They wrote that this ornament commemorates Trump's commitment to the Christmas spirit.
And the
Making
commercial,
Christmas great again.
And commercial. All right, just because you're flying doesn't mean you can't take home Thanksgiving leftovers. We're going to break down what you can bring on board, and it's more than you'd expect.
I'm going to say no on gravy.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of food, take a bite out of this. A pickle candy cane? These are a thing, and you can buy them. What's the reasoning behind them? I don't know, but we're gonna explain.
I'm very scared.
Kirsten.
And we are cooking up hundreds of gallons of pumpkin bisque today at God's Love We Deliver. I've got the stir duty on vat number 5. We're cooking up all morning long, and we're going to hear about the mission of feeding thousands of New Yorkers on 1st of October. I'll be back live.
And a great mission that is. And let's take a live look outside. The 90th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade kicks off in just about 3 hours.
It's going to be a fun parade. Bundle up, folks, but hey, there'll be a lot to see out there.
That's the Peanuts float there, and Tony Mazza on camera there. Happy Thanksgiving to you, buddy. Doing a great job there as preps are just underway. Take the 1 train out to 79th Street or take the C train out to 81st Street. That's the best way to get there, and grab a good seat early.
You are a font of transit information.
Hey, I'm heading out there.